Something beautiful happens when we begin to imagine, when we begin to put together all the different ideas that we think about could be, and allow our imagination to have its way. I think that there's so much that we can learn from children, and so much that we lose when we leave childhood simply because we need to fit into the paradigm of parenting or being a peer, or we have to fit into the molds of whatever role you have adopted. But I want us to take a moment today and think about how we can be the best advocate and best cheerleader for change. And I'm not just speaking about a change on the level of a personal redirection, but a change in the big grand world, the impact. I think we go to different places when we talk about being and how we want to continue being. And I want to bring to your attention that this is no question about the daily responsibilities and obligations and the stresses and all the changes that can come with that. But I want us to also take time to delve into how we can make sure that we're living with a perspective and with a drive and with the information that will make it not only our best year, but also make it our best lifetime. I've seen the lessons of people who've been able to live multiple lives in one lifetime just because they had the courage to change. They had the courage to pivot. They had the courage to restart training, to retrain. They had the courage to admit error and to start again. They had the courage to leave. They had the courage to return. And I'm just going through this as a process for myself because I think that we do need to be able to acknowledge that sometimes change is what's needed, and we also have to be able to write a new handbook, write a new manual, a new guide, and give ourselves maybe the grace to grow. So as you navigate this very, very dynamic time in world history, how will you grow? How will you nurture yourself? What will you do to pull the weeds that somehow always end up in your garden? How will you make sure that you're tuning out the noise and tuning into you? It's not simple or easy, but it is so possible.